All right, so let's go across to somebody who is trying to find the BJP a foothold in a non-Gaumutra state. Annamalai, who is the chief of the BJP, the president of the BJP in Tamil Nadu, is joining us. Mr. Annamalai, you have spoken about Senthil Kumar, but the fact is that he has apologized. The DMK says they have reprimanded him very strongly. So why is the BJP still flogging a dead horse?
No, it is not about beating a dead horse. We have to understand the apology has come only because of people's reaction. DMK's ideology hasn't changed, and especially with respect to this particular DMK MP, it is not for the first time he is mentioning a very nasty thing of this sort, madam. A couple of months back, he mentioned about that Shiva and Parvati had got family planning. So that kind of statements he has spoken on the stage. And Sanatana Dharma controversy, still Udayanidhi Stalin says for 2024 election, I will not talk about Sanatana Dharma, then I will talk about Sanatana Dharma eradication. Now it's a temporary pass. We should not get fooled enough to understand that, okay, DMK is changing its colors or Congress is changing its colors. It's a temporary pass because they never expected this kind of reactions to come across India, madam. So this apology is meaningless unless DMK takes action. If DMK means business, then they have to take action on this MP. You don't suspend him from the party. You don't take any sorts of action. Simply you give a written apology to say in the Twitter that I apologize. I think nobody in our country is going to believe, madam.
But do you think maybe it's just a difference in sensitivities and political grammar? Some could even argue that we sometimes, while analyzing, say it's the Hindi Heartland. Maybe for him, that translates into Gaumutra States.
No, madam. Let the word Gaumutra be there. I will just come certain words that is uttered before Gaumutra. Now, if you look at the DMK's lexicon, their political language, the grammar, over the last many decades, it is a policy of using North India as inferior to South India. So DMK thrives on it, that South India has a superior culture. That is their basic ABCD. And based on this, they built an argument that Dravidians are superior. And based on that, they built one more argument that any North Indian who comes into South India, they will spoil Tamil Nadu. So this three arguments are the basis of DMK politics. That is why they say any political party which doesn't have its rooting in Tamil Nadu, meaning a party that doesn't have Tamil Nadu-based founders, a party that is not Tamil Nadu-based, should not have any business in Tamil Nadu. That's how they started their argument, which they kept changing a bit depending on their alliance with the National Party. Now we have to understand the DMK's culture, their ideology itself believes that Dravidians are a superior race. That anybody from North India is only in Tamil Nadu, inside Tamil Nadu, because they don't have any way to do business in North India or any way to live in North India. That's why they have come to Tamil Nadu. That is why they call my North Indian brothers and sisters as Pani Puri Walas, people who construct toilets, and people who don't have brains. So in that lexicon, you have to put this word called Gaumutra. Now it's a series of wordings they use to just paint the picture. In Tamil, they use a word called Vanderi, meaning that anybody who doesn't belong to the state, who has entered the state, meaning it's an outsider, please don't listen to him. And we have extreme fringe parties in Tamil Nadu which thrives on it. There are certain parties which only does this politics based on North versus South, outsider versus insider, Tamil versus non-Tamil. And DMK, depending on the election season, will either go to that extreme or in the middle, ma'am. So you have to understand the politics of Tamil Nadu because DMK believes some of it gives dividends for them. Very unfortunately, this has happened for a variety of reasons. The national parties, especially Congress, ceded its space in 1967. And Congress right now in Tamil Nadu functions exactly like a DMK. And the Congress speaks the language of DMK. You please understand, madam, when the election results got declared, immediately, more than the DMK, it is the South Indian Congress leaders who celebrate. Somebody like Karthik P. Chidambaram, whose father, Mr. Chidambaram, was our Home Minister. Karthik P. Chidambaram's first tweet after the result is "There's South," meaning South is different. And many Congress leaders in Tamil Nadu also started speaking that same language. So unfortunately, Bharatiya Janata Party is the only party in Tamil Nadu where we speak the national language of unity. Here, including other national parties like Congress here, it behaves like a fringe party. So the problem comes, it becomes an ecosystem now. Congress, DMK, all the parties here thrives on anti-North sentiment. But very fortunately for us, I'm seeing the ground shifting in a big way. This was true for a certain time, madam, when people did not have the transportation, People did not have the opportunity to go and witness the northern parts of India. Now, I remember distinctly last year's Kasi Tamil Sangamam. When thousands of people went there and they came back to Tamil Nadu, the first thing they said is, oh, I never imagined UP to be so developed like that. I never imagined Kashi to be like this. Look at the quality of roads. Look at the kind of development. So these people, in fact, when I'm talking to you, I'm sitting in my car where there is a 3 feet water outside in the middle of Chennai where our Karyakartas are doing service for our people. So we are looking at a state where these people simply by saying that we are developed, so our north is not developed, they have simply brought Chennai to its knees now. Not this year, for the last 20 years. Now, fortunately for us, this is getting broken after the advent of social media, where people travel more, they see different parts of India. So we have to understand, madam, it is not DMK that is genuinely remorseful. They are just doing this as a tool because they are like Sanatana Dharma, they got badly burned. They kept defending it for a month. They somehow felt even within Tamil Nadu, somebody will support DMK. For the first time in DMK's history, they felt for the Sanatana Dharma controversy, DMK faced backlash in Tamil Nadu in a way they never expected. So it's a very tactical pullback they have done. Their language and grammar will not change, madam. That is how the party is made.
But hasn't that language and thinking really percolated down to a lot of not just leaders, but also voters, followers? I was looking at some of the social media responses. There were people saying that, oh, you know, all of these people in the north, the Hindi speaking people, they will vote for BJP and then they will run away to Tamil Nadu and to Hyderabad and to Bangalore to do the jobs because obviously all these Hindi states are not going to give them any money. What do you make of this thinking largely that has become a part of the political discourse?
I find it very sickening. I find it truly bad. In fact, if I can use a word called pathetic, I see the whole thing as so pathetic that people have resorted to a division. Politics is supposed to unite us. The great Adi Shankaracharya, who comes from our part where we live now, he traversed the whole length and breadth of the country 10 centuries back just because he believed in a certain concept of unity of Bharatiya in a certain geographical area we all live. So that is the kind of people we have here. And we have thousands of our soldiers from Tamil Nadu who are right now in the border. When they look at this conversation, I really don't understand how do our soldiers, they look at the whole nonsensical thing that politicians speak, madam. And in a country like India that is so porous, where anybody can go everywhere, we are so connected. I really feel bad when lakhs of South Indians, they live in Mumbai, Delhi, different parts of things. I really don't understand how do they see us. Now I feel so ashamed and so bad that just for a political narrative, since they did not have anything to show, they have gotten back to this age-old theory of 1965 when the Hindi agitation started in Tamil Nadu, when the so-called North-South was very popular at that point of time. They have gone back to the same rhetoric. Now what my DMK friends fail to understand, one, of course in Karnataka, BJP was in power, not one, multiple times. And it will come to power again. In Puducherry, we have an NDA government where BJP MLAs are ministers right up to the home minister there. And Telangana, we have from 1 gone to 8. And of course, when you look at the vote share and everywhere, BJP is definitely becoming a dominant force in southern part of India. 2024 will prove to them that whatever theory they were living from 1947 will fail. Secondly, I never expected Congress to get to this level. DMK speaking, this is okay, madam. We all know. And many a times we keep ignoring and move on. Because after a point of time, you can't make sense to certain part. People close their eyes, you can't do much. But Congress speaking the same language, a person of Rahul Gandhi's stature, who occupied the post as a Congress president, in Amethi many years, maybe a year back, he mentioned, I feel very happy to come here because the voters of South are very different from the voters of Amethi. People like this make statements. Then the Congress leaders pick up cues from that. Then people like Karthik Chidambaram go one step further to say the South. And then they speak all kinds of things. So I feel very bad, very sickening. The only thing is people like us, the Karyakartas, have to just work a little bit more harder, dedicate ourselves for a larger cause, take this concept to our population at large. Because the only way to defeat this divisive ideology, I believe, is in politics, is in EVM machines, madam. That is the only way on the voting day. So you keep selling this larger vision to our public, make them to vote for this idea of India, reject all the divisive forces. We can speak a number of things in a television channel, we can write books, madam, and perfectly for that. But But this kind of things, it motivates a person like me, a Karyakarta, to double our efforts down and make sure 2024 people root out these divisive forces from our nation.
You know, since you're talking about sending out a message through the EVM, the fact also is that the EVMs, voters through the EVMs have not really given you much success in Tamil Nadu or Kerala or even Karnataka, where the BJP has now lost power. Is this the South's rejection of the BJP that everyone is talking about?
No, madam. As I mentioned, we have to understand, South was for a long time, especially Tamil Nadu, for a long time was open for the regional parties. After 1967, when Congress ceded space, for a long time it is the Dravidian parties which took its space here. By the time Jansangh and BJP came, the proper election, the first MLA we had was in 1996, when Mr. Velayudham opened this account from Tamil Nadu. So for a long time, the space was given for 30-40 years, where they were able to have that first movers advantage in a state like Tamil Nadu, naturally. Now, BJP, we have seen growth at different points of time, during the Jansangh earlier part, then during the Atal Bihari Vajpayee's time. Now, predominantly from 2014 during Narendra Modi's time. Now, slowly and steadily, we are making inroads, madam. This cannot happen one day. This cannot happen in overnight. But I keep telling this for the last 1 year. 2024 is going to be a very important marker for states like Tamil Nadu, where genuinely people want to align with BJP and vote. So I can only promise you that this will happen. And with respect to Karnataka, as I said, a state where last 25 years the government got changed continuously for each election. Naturally, BJP also lost its power this time. So come next election, come 2024 Lok Sabha, we are very confident Karnataka will go back to its 25, 26 seats out of 28. Of course, in Puducherry, we are in power. BJP is a part of the coalition government with Mr. Rangasamy there, and the NDA government is in power. Kerala, the vote share has crossed 15%. It's a matter of time before the vote share gets turned into seats. So I can assure you, madam, but the kind of work that happens here, especially in a state like Tamil Nadu, Kasi Tamil Sangamam, Saurashtra Tamil Sangamam, in the last thing where Mera Mati Mera Desh, the Amrit Kals from Tamil Nadu, which was sent for the Kartavya path, we had more than 750 Amrit Kals sent from here, from different regions, different villages. And Modi ji is the first Prime Minister who is making a genuine effort to reach out. Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat, Atmanirbhar Bharat. And very unfortunately, the previous Congress governments also, it never made an effort to reach out. For them also, it was politics in a different way. So with Modi ji reaching out more, the efforts getting in a big way, I'm very sure 2024 will be a marker. So many of these parties who speak this divisive language will get wiped out. I'm very sure about it.
Well, finally, I want to ask you about Revanth Reddy. He's going to be sworn in tomorrow, but he has also remarked about the DNA of Telangana and compared it to the DNA of Kurmis and, those of people who are from Bihar, specifically was referring to KCR. Is this derision for another state or just simple pride, regional pride in what you are and what your culture is?
No, so unfortunately, many politicians, they have a wrong picture. To win elections, you got to go more regional. And I'm also seeing this trend now. So many political parties believe, okay, I will go more regional. I will only say that my state is the best, my language is the best, my culture is the best. Let me go more regional. So I see Mr. Revanth Reddy's remarks coming from a very false understanding of behaving like a regional party for competing a superior culture, supremacy culture. And this is not going to take the Congress anywhere, madam. Day one, he wants to say that my DNA is superior than a Bihari's DNA. What kind of language is that? And they are sitting in post of chief ministers, taken votes on Constitution of India, which is supposed to protect the idea of India. I feel very sad. In Tamil Nadu also, the Congress behaves the same way because other states, they support NEET. In Tamil Nadu, they oppose NEET. You ask the Congress why? Because they think Tamil Nadu is different. In other states, they take a different stand. In Tamil Nadu, they take a different stand. As a national party. When you ask them, they say, no, Tamil Nadu is different. You got to be regional here. Now, this idea of regional, I don't understand. But of course, I'm a proud Tamilian. Doesn't mean that I'm going to sacrifice my concept of India, my concept of being an Indian. A proud Tamilian doesn't mean that I can say that South are better than North. Everybody is equal. All of us are brothers and sisters. So their idea of regionalism comes from a false understanding of supremacy. Hitler had the same idea. Hitler's idea of supremacy was same thing what is happening now. He said that we are superior, they are not superior. The whole Nazi theory started from the same mindset. What happened now, madam? So what is the difference between a Hitler's ideology And the ideology they're trying to propagate simply because the color of a skin or the area or region. You say I'm superior. So where does it take us, madam? And somebody like Modi ji putting all his effort to unite the Northeast, to unite every single part. The Mera Mitti Mera Desh, 750 cults, the soil and Kartavya path is from every single part of India, from Kanyakumari to every place. Somebody is putting that kind of effort. I can only urge and pray, if the MPs are not able to help him, at least they can keep their mouth shut, madam.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Mr. K. Annamalai, thank you very much for speaking to us here on India Upfront. This is a fast developing story. Will there be a statement coming in from the Congress leadership? We'll be keeping a close eye. Thanks very much for watching.